space station 5 months ago, and looks like they're giving it some love.
Yeah, it's always a good idea to hug your booster. It's pretty special to get to actually go touch the rocket that's going to take you into space.
Well, it's about to pin them back into their seats here in just a few minutes. At the time of launch, 9:03 p.m. Eastern, the space station will be flying 258 miles over the North Atlantic, about east of Newfoundland. You can see here the track of the International Space Station,
Oh,
and then from
okay,
that
mine
moment,
just
it will be
redirected
catching
over.
up to the International Space Station.
Okay,
once
I was just
it
going to sit and
leaves
fuss
the
through to
coast
see
of
if I needed
Florida.
to get rid of
And with
the
T-minus 12 minutes
mask
and 30
there, but it looks
seconds
like it
until
worked out
liftoff,
just
we want to focus
fine.
now on the pad as we proceed through the final stretch of the countdown. We'll turn it over to Hawthorne to take us through the launch and descent. John?
Thanks, Daryl. It's just over 12 minutes, and everything is still looking good for launch of Falcon 9 and Dragon. Falcon 9 did begin propellant loading on time at T-minus 35
Looks like
RP1 fuel loading on the second stage. You can see up
looks like
at the
people
top,
are
the
still
white cylinder at the very
transitioning
top of the
over.
stack. Fuel loading on that stage is complete.
Can we get an
Fuel
audio
loading is
quality
continuing on the
check
first stage.
from
We're
Mr.
about,
Director?
80%
How
of the
are
way
things
full, and it
sounding?
will finish up at
Good
T-minus
audio
6
levels?
minutes.
Are things
Densified
sounding
liquid
clear?
oxygen loading is also underway on the first stage. We're about 3/4 of the way full, and we began loading liquid oxygen on the second stage about 5 minutes ago.
That would be Mr. Producer has control over that.
Second stage at T-minus 2 minutes. Coming up, we're going to do final checks of various engine systems. Our thrust vector controllers are going to be moved. We call them TVC wiggles.
All
we move
right.
the engines back and forth slightly. We'll also be moving throttle valves on the engines to make sure that they are responding
All right.
to commands from the ground.
How is everything sounding to the audience?
Director has reported their team is working, no issues. We're going to hear from
Everything
Dragon in about
appears
a
to be
minute here on the
looking
countdown.
good.
Their
Welcome,
ground checks are
everybody.
complete.
We're
You can
getting
see
ready
active
to
arms
lift off.
reactive,
We've got
launch
about
escape system is
a
armed.
little over
Crew is
10
strapped
minutes
in and they're
to
ready
lift
go.
off.
They'll get their final
Super excited
instructions at
about this.
T-minus
We got
10
Crew-3
minutes.
taking off to the
They'll be told
International
to
Space
configure their
Station.
displays for launch.
We're just
That
about
setup
done
will
with
give the crew
fueling and
insight
engine
into how
cooling
the launch
and
is proceeding,
and
provide
all
some
those
constant
things.
updates on
We've
vehicle
just
health.
finished up a
T-minus 5 minutes
different
will be a
stream with a
turbo
whole
count,
bunch
and
of
Dragon will command internal power.
launch
We'll hear
preparation
continued call-outs on the
chitter
countdown
chatter.
as we get closer to liftoff.
So
Finally, easy to say, ranges go, weather is go.
we'd love to have a bunch of clicks on the buttons down below for those of you who do that. We appreciate that a great deal. We've got some of our audience coming straight over from the previous stream. Looks like that seemed to work fairly good, and hopefully we've got some more people coming in as we get ready for liftoff. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. While we're still just about 10 minutes out, I'm going to step off stream and take one last little leg stretch and get a fresh beverage and whatnot. So I will be back fairly shortly.
Crew-3, we are honored to have
and
you at the controls today as the first
whatnot.
crew to fly aboard
I
Dragon
can
Endurance.
go
We wish
like,
you a
let's
great
see,
mission,
I
fuel
want
look, Godspeed, and enjoy the ride.
this to go right there. Okay, I will be back in just a few minutes.
How honored and appropriate to get to fly Endurance on Veterans Day. We're proud and honored to represent the SpaceX and NASA teams as we head to the ISS to live and work on groundbreaking science for the next 6 months.
And there we have it, some final words from the crew aboard Dragon, and a good luck from the Corps here on the ground to the crew. John, with everything still looking good, that next milestone of engine chill is coming up next.
That's right. The next major event that we have is T-minus 7 minutes. It's what we call the engine chill event. The big thing that happens there is we open the pre-valves that feed the Merlin 1D engines. So super chilled liquid oxygen will be trickling through the inlet to the Merlin turbo pumps, and that'll help chill those turbo pumps down before we hit them with the full flow of liquid oxygen during the ignition sequence in the last 3 seconds before T0. So what we'll hear is a call out says stage 1 engine chill has started. We'll be monitoring all 9 engines to make sure the aux fuel 3 valves are all open. We're also chilling down second stage engine as we get ready for launch. And you'll hear an additional chill down of the second stage called out once we get into flight, a little bit before 2 minutes into flight, when we'll do a final chill of the upper stage engine turbopumps. And if you might be able to hear behind me here in Hawthorne, a lot of energy. Folks are gathered around Mission Control Center, watching on the big monitors as we get ready for launch in just over 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Now, in addition, as I mentioned before, as we get ready at 7 minutes to open the pre-valves and begin the engine chill sequence, we're also getting ready then to move into check-out reviews. The fuel trim valves are being cycled. Make sure that those are working. We use that to throttle the amount of propellant going through the first stage down to the engines as we go through flight. Coming up on T-minus 7 minutes, we'll listen into the countdown now.
Stage 1 engine chill has begun.
So you've heard it. We're through another milestone. Next one coming up here at 6 minutes.
Yep, that's right, John. And that RP1 kerosene is filling that second stage. We're anticipating a little longer for that first stage to be completely filled with that RP1 refined kerosene. Liquid oxygen will continue to flow through the first and second stages up until the final few minutes before launch. That next call will be that the stage 1 RP load is complete, coming up now in about 15 seconds.
Stage 1
We'll
RP1
stand by
load
for that call
complete.
now.
All right, I am back. Looks like we have a
And confirmation, we
new
have a
poll
complete
up,
fill of RP1 on the
and
first
it's
stage.
asking us
Now the first and second
if
stage
we
are
are
completely filled with that
if we would
RP1
fly on
kerosene.
SpaceX.
Now just
I
under
think
6
I would
minutes
totally
to
fly on
launch
SpaceX.
until that instantaneous launch
Yeah.
window today. The next milestone.
So once again, we
will be
have
for Dragon to transition to
a
configure
Discord
for
link
terminal
there. It's
count, and
good
that's when Dragon's
good
onboard computers will take control of the vehicle, and Dragon will be on internal power, no longer relying on those lines from the
check
ground.
check.
From there,
Check,
Falcon
check,
9
check,
tanks will
check.
pressurize for strong
Testing.
back retract. That'll be another
Okay,
visual
wonderful,
milestones. The clamps
wonderful.
just below Dragon's trunk
I'm
will
gonna
open,
just
and the
rewind a
strong back
little
will
bit
tilt
there.
back
We are about
just
5 minutes
2
to
degrees,
lift off.
then right after liftoff, back
We
to
just had a
45
new poll
degrees.
come across. If people
Again,
are
RP1 kerosene
willing
filled on
to
both the
fly
first
on
and second
SpaceX, if you had the
stages. Liquid
opportunity,
oxygen
would you
continues to
fly
flow
on
through on the
SpaceX?
first and second
Let us know
stages.
by
Standing
clicking
by
on
now
one
for
of
that
those
call
vote
that Dragon
boxes
has
there.
transitioned into
We
terminal
also have
count.
a Discord invite, good for 10 invites to our Discord. This is a $3 gift to our viewers tonight for free
Dragon is
access.
configured for terminal count.
We'd love to have you. You can chat
Falcon
with us
9
when we're
propellant tanks
not
are
live.
pressurizing for strong back retract.
Join in on conversations with
All right, John,
not
some
only
good
the other
calls.
hosts,
Dragon is now on
but
internal power,
other
and Falcon
viewers,
9
our
propellant
Patreon
tanks
supporters,
are pressurizing
also
for
get
strong back retract.
Discord access. You can also join us for
Thanks,
interviews
Courtney.
and
What we're waiting
help
to hear
ask
now is
questions
call out for
of the
strong
guests
back
that
is
we
retracting.
interview for the channel.
This will be a
So many
two-step
things happen
process.
in our Discord. You can
First,
hang
we'll
out
spend
with
about
us
half a
while
minute
we
opening up
do
that motor to
editing
clamp around the second stage.
and play
There's the
video
call out.
games and things
Sequence
like
has
that
begun.
we don't necessarily
We'll
put up
slowly
on
open up the
YouTube.
arms around the second stage. We might get a view
So
if we've
yeah,
got a close-up of
thank
the
you
camera.
everybody for joining us.
Then once the arms are open,
Looks
the
like we've
strong
had a
back
few of you
alongside
click
Falcon
on some
9
of those
will
buttons
retract
down
about 2
below.
degrees away from
Feel
the
free
rocket.
to explore
It'll
with
stay
your
there
little
all the way
mouse
through
and
liftoff,
clicky button
and then, as
and
Courtney mentioned, at
click
liftoff,
on some of those
hydraulics will
buttons
then
down
pull it
below
down
and
to
let
about a
YouTube
45
know
degree position
that our
above
content
ground.
is
And that'll give
definitely
us the
worth
final clearance. It's
sharing
that
with
strong
others.
back right now that is providing the
That
liquids,
is
the gas
one
connections,
free
the
way that
electrical
you can
connections
show
to the
your
launch
support to
vehicle,
us,
especially the second
and
stage.
it really helps a great deal. So yes, let's see.
We're hearing some of the
What else do we have going on?
venting of
If
the
you have
vehicle
any
as we are,
questions
pressurizing
that you
and
would like
depressurizing
to
at
have
various
answered,
steps.
go ahead and throw
As we
those
get
in the
ready,
chat.
you
If you have
see a
something
burst
you want to
of,
talk about with us,
depressurization there on the second stage.
we're pretty willing to talk about a lot of things. We're pretty open to conversation. So You want to talk about something a little bit
That's right, John. We're
random?
also anxiously awaiting
And obviously,
the
we've got to
stage
be a
one liquid
little bit
oxygen
limited
is
there,
complete.
but
On the first stage,
as long
you
as
should
it's
hear that
an
call coming
appropriate
up here
type of
shortly.
conversation, we are happy to talk about it. We've been talking about Doctor Who and
Stage 1
Benny
launch
Hill
load
and
complete.
cameras and all sorts of different things for the last several hours while we did the launch prep stream. So we are open to talk
And
about
confirmation that the stage one LOX load
whatever
is
within
complete.
pretty broad spectrum. So yeah.
Right now,
Let us
LOX is going to continue loading on second
Dragon
stage.
is
That'll
internal
wrap
count
up
and
T
is on
minus 2
internal
minutes.
power.
Dragon's gone internal power. Now again, at T minus 2 minutes, we'll finish liquid oxygen loading. And then a typical event, we will drain the propellant lines that go along the strong back, and we'll typically get a large cloud of condensation at about 90 seconds before launch as we see the propellants come back down off of the strong back to prepare
Okay,
for
we
it.
are about 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes to lift off here. So should be
Stage 2 LOX load complete. Dragon is in auto idle.
All right, Falcon 9. With that, Falcon 9 is fully fueled. We have fuel on both the first and second stages, and both stages are filled with liquid.
Loud venting.
all right.
Filled with liquid oxygen.
Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Let me know
Dragon is also in
how
auto
excited
idle.
you are.
The
What
flight
is
computers
going to be
on
your
board Dragon
favorite
maintain
part
their calculations, standing
of
by for
the launch
T-0
sequence?
mark.
Are you a fan of
That next call out will be that Dragon is in
stage
countdown.
separation?
Standing by now for that
Do
call.
you just like listening to the engine roar? I love the engine roar. I love watching, especially nighttime launches. You get to see the exhaust plume fan out and make the little octopus-looking thing. It's always very entertaining to me.
All right, the final minute before launch.
And we are going to mute my microphone for a little bit and listen to liftoff. Those engines roar.
Endurance copies, go for launch.
Ground teams are ready, and Crew-3 is ready for liftoff, heading for that instantaneous launch window. "20 seconds to liftoff.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. And liftoff. God. 3.
Copy, 1 Alpha. Laboratory in orbit, the International Space Station. Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
And that's the call we want to hear. Good performance on that first stage so far.
T plus 30 seconds. Falcon 9 powered by 9 Merlin 1Gs. Pushing Dragon into low Earth orbit on the way to the International Space Station.
Power and telemetry nominal. Stage 1 throttle down.
And we're into the throttle bucket in preparation from XQ. Getting ready to throttle the engines back up.
Stage 1 throttle up. Execute.
All right. How was that engine roar? Look at that. Look at that plume. I just love that fan out that it's doing right now. Oh,
Abort mode on the first stage that is going to take them through the first stage, burning
so
just
fantastic.
before the second stage activates off the coast of
Sounds
North
like
Carolina.
we're getting ready. We're gonna have
That next milestone
Rich join us in audio in just a moment here. Any second we'll have him chiming in.
And shell underway.
There's the call out. We're getting the second stage engine turbo pumps ready for their ignition coming up in just a little more than 40 seconds. We've got the major vents coming up here shortly. We're going to get main engine cutoff at 2 minutes 36 seconds.
What do you guys think of the new telemetry feed from SpaceX? It's a little bit different.
Everything continues to look good.
Do you guys like it, or do you like the old one better? Let us know. Not that we can do anything about it. Even if we had contact to say anything to SpaceX about it, I don't think they would listen to us. But yeah, what do you think of it? Okay, we have main engine cutoff coming right around the bend, and booster separation.
Copy, 2 Alpha.
All right, we have ignition of the second stage. And you saw that green flash of that TTEP fluid. And Crew-3 is now on their way to the International Space Station.
On the left side, first stage, you can see the titanium grid fence coming out.
That is fantastic. Look at all the vapor around the booster as it begins coming on back down. That's just amazing.
With that red color we like to see, indicating everything is proceeding well.
Hey, who do we have here now?
Well, hello there.
Hey, Rich, how are you, man?
I'm fine. I'm back from behind the curtains. I'm actually out in front again now.
Mr. Producer, when you get a minute, can you throw us a return in Discord, or is that too intensive for you at the moment?
What in Discord, sorry?
The Bermuda ground station has the signals from the second stage.
Turn on your Discord return in the video chat.
Currently on the
You
first
sometimes
stage,
do for us.
we are coasting to apogee, beginning
That-
at slow 180.
Quite all right. That just helps me
The vehicle comes back through the atmosphere. The engine
coordinate various delays and things. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Relight for the entry burn will come in
Ah.
plus 7 minutes and 30 seconds.
Hello, everyone.
From now. Currently, the first stage about 166 kilometers up.
I've been here the whole time. I've just been behind the curtains in the chat. So yeah, that
Seaboard, and it will continue to fire. That's about a 6-minute burn to deliver the astronauts into orbit.
and one almighty roar at takeoff as well.
Oh, yeah, wasn't that just fantastic?
And a good call out from the ground teams.
I always love to hear.
Can I just ask, is everybody hearing me okay, by the way? No echoes or funny audio gremlins or anything like that?
And the New Hampshire tracking station has acquired the telemetry signal.
Sounds good, mate.
It sounds good on my end, but I can check. Oh, I don't have the ability to check that. That's the way I've got things plumbed around.
1 second. No, we're back in a second.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
5 minutes and 30 seconds into flight today. Everything is still proceeding nominal.
And Courtney, right now on the second stage.
So we can see that's the second stage engine, right? Sorry, the first stage engine.
Yeah, we're looking at the second stage here.
Yeah, right on cue, those check-ins on the second stage performance. Everything is still looking good on that second stage. The next milestone on the second stage will be SECO. And we're getting our views now from inside of Endurance, our first views of the crew on their way to the International
We are getting
Space
that
Station.
fixed real quick, Gotsky. Thanks for pointing that out. Sometimes we forget that we need to be in headphone mode when we switch what we're doing for tasks.
Hopefully we'll get a camera view back.
I know
on the
I
first
have done it
stage as
before,
we,
so
light the
I
three
am
engines
not going to
come
point
back into
fingers
the
at
Earth's
Rich
atmosphere.
LB and lay blame at his feet because he messed up. We'll have this sussed out in just a moment here, and we'll have Rich back with us on audio, hopefully with a less filling echo.
Another good check-in with the crew, confirming everything is still looking good so far on both
I
ends.
imagine it sounds a little bit better already, Gotsky.
That next milestone coming at 7 minutes and 30 seconds will be entry burn start.
Currently waiting for the call out from the SpaceX propulsion responsible engineer.
It might be a minute, Mr. Producer.
To begin slowing down the first stage prior to
But
entering
we
the
should be having things back in just a moment.
We've heard stage 1 entry burn to start up. We've lit the center engine.
Check. Test.
This is a 27-second burn.
We've got re-entry burn on the booster right now, as well as the second stage is still thrusting away on its way to the ISS, getting the correct amount of delta V to reach its destination.
Hello, I am back from being a bad boy. Apologies to Mr. Producer for taking so long. It takes a hot minute to get all those settings changed.
Stage 2 terminal guidance.
That's fine. I have quite an overbearing voice. It's okay.
Shannon?
Copy, Shannon.
There's that call for Shannon.
Stage 1 is transonic.
Stage 1 decelerating as we prepare for entry burn. But our attention is right now looking at stage 2 as we get ready for shutdown.
No worries. Oh, here we come. Here we come in for our landing. Not the greatest feed, but we do have some slightly inclement weather out there on the Space Coast.
Have been delivered into orbit.
It's a little bit strobe lighty. Hopefully nobody's gonna bust into a fit of seizure.
Endurance copies. We feel Mikko and Sal confirms we are in space.
Dragon SpaceX launch escape system is disarmed.
It's like we lose the feed for just a moment. They'll probably bring it back to us. And from the clapping we can hear, it sounds like we have a successful landing.
And we've heard the call out. Stage 1
Hopefully they give us some imagery. Just a moment here.
Some great call outs. That next milestone is spacecraft separation around 12 minutes into
We
flight.
are just about 10 plus 10 minutes. Here's some inside views of the capsule. It looks like nobody rattled out of their chairs in liftoff. That's fantastic.
Orbit still attached to that second stage.
Can I just confirm, Gotsky, that the audio gremlins are fixed now, and that you're not hearing Astro Roadie twice, hearing Astro Roadie twice?
Hearing Astro Roadie twice. Hearing Astro Roadie twice. Sorry. That might have been a little bit confusing. Just let us know that we have fixed the echo problem. I see a yup there, but I'm not sure if that was from before or not. So
yeah, I believe that was from before.
Yeah. Again, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been a great pre-launch show, and now we've had a great liftoff. And all the fun things about a launch, and we've got a SpaceX booster landed back on a drone ship. Looks like we're gonna have some internal. Is that inside the trunk view coming up there? I think that's inside the trunk. And then we've got, the fairing views and all these things going on. Everything seems to have been fairly seamless and uneventful, other than all the wonderful events that we have with a launch. So, what has been your favorite part of this launch? We'd like to hear from you in the chat. What's been your favorite part of this launch?
Actually, you know what my favorite part of a launch is? When Mr. Producer plays the fireworks, because we just got 2 super chats this stream, and they haven't seen the fireworks on this getup yet.
That was almost a Linus Tech
There we
Tips
go.
smooth little segue there.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Bada boom, baby.
And Endurance LD here on behalf of the SpaceX Launch and Recovery Team.
We have
It's a pleasure to be part of this mission
separation of the Crew Dragon capsule from the second stage. Fantastic.
Wow. Incredible views of the crew now in orbit on
Mr.
their way
Producer
to the
agrees.
International Space Station.
Better than we imagined.
Now we have
And some final
now
words
we
from
have
the crew
quite
as well.
little bit of a.
There they are. Our
That's
Crew-3
interesting. What
astronauts.
what the
Now
what
in
the
orbit.
devil's going on there?
That next milestone will be the
That's
deployment of the nose cone.
I have never seen that happen before.
I think I see a turtle.
5-minute
Is that a turtle?
It'll expose
Yeah.
the bulkhead
Little stuffed
Dracos
turtle.
and will prepare
Is it a
them
sea
for
turtle or a
checkout
land
as
turtle?
well.
I think it's a sea turtle.
It's a little bit pixelated at the moment.
Yeah.
Difficult to see.
Let's get a better view of the zero-G indicator there.
The spacecraft team, the NASA team.
I can tell you, it looks like it has a strip of Velcro on its stomach. Probably to stick it down and stop it from flying places when they're trying to do some work.
Yeah. It was fun on Inspiration 4. They put a leash on the stuffed dog. So.
Dehumidifier activation and service section Draco checkouts.
Yeah, that does look like a Velcro strip there. Terry Pratchett's turtle in space.
Well, it was a beautiful launch.
Yeah,
from
that
here
is a sea
at
turtle, it looks
Hawthorne
like.
Headquarters, at SpaceX headquarters here in Hawthorne. I can't imagine how the launch looked from over at Kennedy Space Center.
So yeah, Gotsky, not sure how many launches you've seen before now, but it's generally a tradition with the crew on board to bring what they call a zero-G indicator, which normally takes the form of a plush toy of some kind so that it doesn't damage the interior of the spacecraft. And yeah, it's normally revealed after the spacecraft reaches zero-G, and they normally keep it secret until then, so it's something that the crowd can try and guess what it is before, but just good luck trying to get one of them if you're trying to buy the same thing, because they generally sell out in a few days after being announced.
It like lit up the clouds, it lit up the ground.
It was one of the most impressive launches I have seen.
And that rumble was probably one of the loudest I've heard. I don't know how to explain that.
I don't either. I mean, it seemed louder to me than most launches, and it was really battling this whole setup where we are here.
Just a boom, and then we saw the zero-G indicator.
Yep.
A turtle.
A turtle, of course, because there's turtles on board.
2 turtles on board, and of course they had to convince the other 2 astronauts to let them do turtle, right?
Right.
And apparently they did.
I don't know who won that arm wrestle, but I guess it was the turtles.
It was the turtles. All right, we're joined now by Frank Davina, ESA's program manager for the International Space Station. Thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations.
Good evening. Yes, indeed.
I'm not sure if the turtle has a helmet, Gotsky. I didn't actually get a close enough look. I'll have to see if it comes up and back around again.
In Cologne, after his space mission, and now I'm here to see off Matthias. It's
We've definitely seen some interesting launch indicators recently. We've seen the plushy Earth. We've seen Baby Yoda. We of course on Inspiration 4 saw the
St. Jude dog.
St. June's puppy, yeah. And now we've got the plushy turtle. What else have we seen historically? I believe some of the Apollo missions had like a Snoopy.
Didn't Demo 2 have some kind of like T-Rex or something similar? It was a dinosaur of some kind, I think.
I think it was some sort of dinosaur.
Doing a new astronaut selection, so exploration is really also taking off in Europe.
And how did you enjoy the launch? Were you watching from the 5th floor of the Operations Support Building?
No, I was actually in the LCC,
oh,
and
wow.
so I was able to go outside and go on the staircase on the outside on the fifth floor there or something like that. It's really amazing. Like you said, you see the light and then the sound, and you're really on the stairs there. You feel everything rumbling, so it's really amazing launch.
Now, you two are familiar with each other, Shannon Walker and Frank DeVinna.
Yep.
Explain that.
Well, we have a common job, and so American astronauts work with these astronauts, and so we actually go way back.
Yeah, we go way back because we were together in training, actually.
So do we know roughly how long it's going to be for rendezvous now?
Shannon was also in training on Soyuz. So
usually liftoff from the Cape to ISS is kind of a long ride, isn't it?
You know, in the days leading up to launch.
Of course, it depends on where the ISS is in its cycle of orbits. But I know it's harder to get there from the Cape than it is from like Baikonur.
Yes, with the tried and true yeet method.
Yeet! At least for me it was, because you go into the unknown, and it's always a little bit scary to go in.
Yeah, a little,
you know that
like a cannon launch almost.
Yeet! Not only an ESA science program, but also for the benefit of NASA, JAXA, and of course, every astronaut wants to perform to the best of his abilities, and of course,
maybe maybe we can look up that ride and see how long it's going to be, and see how much longer we want to keep going on this. It does look like I probably will be doing a Rocket Lab stream later on, but depending on how long we run this for, before I switch over to that.
How was the launch tonight for you? Oh, it was fantastic, Marie. What a beautiful evening.
What does the audience think if I do a Rocket Lab launch stream?
It was another great experience seeing those four guys take off into space on top of that Falcon 9.
See if my
how amazing. What a great partnership we have with SpaceX to enable.
Are we going back to that favored phrase of the TSN hosts again? What time's that for you? Or what time is that in my time zone?
Looks like Rocket Lab liftoff is in about 3 hours. So,
what do you think about
does the audience want me to do that? I don't know. I might actually be able to get some sleep before work if I don't do the stream. So, but if I can't sleep, I might as well be streaming, right?
Going to the moon in a sustainable way.
Sleep? What is this?
Mars, eventually establishing that presence in our solar system beyond our home planet, and to do that, we want to commercialize low Earth orbit and get as many folks as we can go into space, and that's what we're enabling right now. I think it's an amazing time for America's space program. We are definitely at an inflection point on how we are commercializing space.
No, with the amount of coffee I had, I don't think I would be asleep before liftoff. But yeah, unless they've changed the time and not updated the app I'm using, it's 3 hours till Rocket Lab.
I mean, anybody that is 21 years old or younger in the world has never known a time that there weren't humans living in space.
That doesn't mean that my app is correct.
It's so darn outstanding.
And what do you want to say
Yes.
finally to the NASA and SpaceX
Yes, we did
teams,
notice somebody
that
joined
got
using
today,
the
and this regular
YouTube chat
missions, and
link.
also to our
We
international
hope that's
partners.
Odie Backer.
I
Welcome.
want to say thank you. Thank you for all your dedication and hard work.
see.
You know, this is not an easy job.
Yes,
It is
that's
a
very
huge
true.
challenge to safely get humans to and from low Earth orbit. And the partnership that we have with our international partners, with our commercial crew partners, you know, it has enabled this space economy that we have right now. I can't wait until we get Gateway around the moon. Again, an international partnership as we go back to the moon in a sustainable way. It's absolutely outstanding. So I think the future that we have in space is amazing.
Looks like we had somebody else
Absolutely
join
amazing. What a
earlier
great time
today
to be part of
also.
America's space
I
program.
didn't even
Absolutely.
see that one.
Associate
Of course, we.
Administrator
Oh,
Bob
that's
Cabana, thank you so much for joining us. And happy Veterans
that's
Day.
from the
A
interview,
little
huh?
early, and happy Marine Corps
Wait,
birthday.
more importantly, yeah, that's right, 246 years young. Happy birthday to all the Marines. And, you know, thank you for everybody's hard work that makes NASA such an awesome place to work. #1 in the federal government. This is an amazing team, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
All right, thank you so much.
You bet.
Daryl, we'll send it back to you.
And Bob, thank you so much. And now you're looking at a view of the first stage of the Falcon 9 rocket, which has landed back on
Yeah.
a drone
Look
ship
at that.
out in the
Yeah,
middle
look
of
at
the
all that.
Atlantic
Look
Ocean.
at that, definitely.
The view
Fog
cut out
and
during our
steam
live
and
coverage,
looks like
but
they're
now
spraying
you see
water
it there.
as well.
It landed, and it was a beauty.
It was. That is so amazing that
Yeah.
they do that time and time again.
It flew CRS-22, it flew Crew-3, and it'll fly again.
Yes, it will.
Now, just a quick update on the launch operations. The nose cone from the Dragon has
It's been
deployed
opened.
off of it.
Yep.
And so that allows it to dock.
So absolutely, that's one of the key milestones, getting that nose cone open. You've got some engines underneath the nose cone, and of course the docking apparatus that allow it to dock to space station.
That's ready to go, and now the astronauts will prepare
22
for
hour,
their
so,
22-hour roughly
Yep.
journey to the
quite
International
a
Space
wait.
Station.
They will. They'll
Quite a
probably have
wait
snack
before they get
and
there.
then get some sleep.
All right. In the
so
meantime, how about we do a
don't
social
know
question?
if,
One
uh,
last one
Let's
for
do
Shannon
it.
Walker
if
here at
we
the
will be
Crew-3
streaming
launch
the
broadcast. Let's take a look, and here we go.
docking process or
Hi,
not.
NASA. I'm talking here from Brazil, and would you like to know?
Possibly.
They would
We'll
like
have
to
to
know
talk about
how
that
it
in the
feels
back
to
end and
observe
see
all
if
the
we
beauty
have
of the planet from above. Your
all
view
the
while
necessary
looking
people
back
to
at
do
Earth.
all the
You know,
necessary
it's
jobs to make
really
that
hard to
happen.
put into words, but when you
So
first get into
stay
space
tuned.
and you can
If
look
you
out
hit
and
that
you see the
subscribe
curvature of the
button, you'll
Earth, and
see
you see
notification come out if
the
we
land
decide to do
masses
that.
and the oceans
Or
and
if
the
you
clouds.
have clicked
it's a lot to take in.
the Discord
But,
invite, I
it's
believe
truly amazing
it's
what
still
you can
good
see from
for
up there. And as
a
the
few more
NASA
clicks.
Administrator Bill
So
Wilson
if you
said
look
before,
at
it
the,
really
I
makes
believe
you
it's
feel
even
like you
pinned
want to
in
be a
this
good steward of
chat
the
window
Earth,
here.
because from
If you
above
click
you can
that
see how fragile everything.
Discord invite link,
Absolutely,
you
and
can
now
come and
Raja,
join
Tom,
us.
Kayla, and
Discord.
Matthias are going to see that
We've
view.
thrown out
3
a
rookies on
free
board as they
invite
go on their way to
to
arrive at the International
limited
Space
number of
Station
people.
around 7 p.m.
So
Eastern Time
feel
tomorrow.
free to
and
go
we are
ahead
going
and
to
click
stay
on
the
that.
air
There
for
are, of course, all
continuous live coverage along their
YouTube
entire
buttons down
ride
below the
to
stream here
station
that you can
through our
click,
coverage
like
here at Kennedy
that
Space
like
Center.
button and
It's going to
the subscribe and the
conclude.
bell.
We'll turn it over to teams in Hawthorne and
So
Houston
we
to
would
take us
be
through the next
happy
phases
if you did
of the
those
Crew-3 mission,
totally
all the
free
way
things
through
to
hatch
do,
opening, and then of course
and let
the welcome
YouTube know
ceremony
how
for the crew.
that you
Shannon,
like what
I've
we
watched
do,
those
and
ceremonies
would
on
like to
TV,
see more of
but,
it.
You've actually done it. There's a lot of
Yes.
like air hugs in
A
space.
There
lot
are a
of
number
hugs
of
in
ways
space.
that you can
It's really
support
nice
us
to
or
greet
get
a
in
new crew
contact
coming
with
on
us.
board and
We
seeing
have
your friends coming across the
down
the
below
hatch,
in the
it's
description,
special.
we should
And
have,
for those of you watching
yep, it's
online
there.
on YouTube,
We
take a
have
look at the
the
description. Below, you will find a
all the
new link
host
for the
members'
Crew-3 post phase.
Twitter handles
That
if you
live
want to go
coverage will
follow us on
continue
Twitter if
at
that's
that
your kind of
location
thing.
in just a bit. If you're watching
You
on
can
NASA
do that.
TV, you won't
Most
notice
of
a
us
thing.
are
Coverage will
fairly
continue.
active on Twitter,
and also,
so you
we want to
can
let you know that there is a post
have a little bit of banter out there
It is
with us
scheduled for 10 p.m.
in the
Eastern
Twitterverse.
Time, right here on NASA TV.
We
Again,
have
a post-launch news conference.
we have a website that you can
scheduled
contact
for
us
10
if you
p.m.
have
It will be
a
on a
space-related
teleconference,
story
I'm
you'd
hearing,
like to
not
share
on NASA TV,
with us,
but you can
or
go to
maybe a
NASA Go
suggestion
Live,
for
you'll
a
find it
video,
there,
or
and you can find
someone
mission
you want us
updates on
to
Twitter along the way
interview,
at
or
NASA,
something like
at
that.
SpaceX,
There's
and on the web
plenty
at
of ways to
nasa.gov.
get a hold of us
And before
to
we sign up,
get us to
sign
do
off, of course, I wanna
something
thank
along those lines.
Astronaut Shannon Walker
We
for
do, of
being
course,
here.
also
Thank
have
you so much. It was such a
Patreon,
joy to have you here, answering questions,
patreon.com/totalspace.
giving your insight,
If that
and
is a
watching
way
the
that
launch
you would
with
like to
Thank you
support
very
us
much.
and
It was my treat
help
and my pleasure to
help
be here.
buy us
Make
a
sure
little
you
bit
come
of
back
coffee,
soon and
maybe.
watch another one.
I will do it.
That is
All right.
available. There's
Huge thanks
also,
also
of course,
to all of our
super
guests
chats
for
right
joining
here
us
on
today,
YouTube.
and thank
And
you
pretty
all
soon
for
here
watching.
we will have
We're going to leave you now with
memberships
highlights from the journey to orbit off Earth
available
for
on
the Earth.
YouTube, so
I'm
you can
Daryl
just
Nail for
join
Shannon
directly
Walker.
here on
Good night,
YouTube
everyone, and keep
show
looking
some
up.
support that way.
And there's a wide shot of the room.
Not
with the
quite
4
ready
Crew
yet,
3
but it's quite
astronauts. We
close
have
to being ready to be
Commander
turned
Rajachari,
on. So
Pilot Thomas
we are so
Marshburn,
glad all of you have joined
Mission
us.
Specialist Kayla Barron,
Tell your friends about it.
Matthias Maurer.
See if we can get some more people joining
And
us.
here
We
they
are a
are,
pretty small
the
channel,
4 Crew 3
but we do
astronauts
have a
as they
lot of
walk
different
down
content we
the
pump out.
hallway
At least
on
2
their way out
episodes a
of
week
astronaut
most
crew
of the time
quarters.
is our average. We've got over 130-ish
And
pieces
here
of
they
content
are.
already
Indeed,
available on our
the Crew
channel.
3 astronauts taking their
Everything from
first steps
interviews
outside
to
to
shorts
their
to
journey
deep
to
dives
space.
to becoming multiplanetary, news every week with Ryan and the space update, deep dive with Mikko, becoming multiplanetary with the guy next to me here, Rich LB. And then you've got me, which
There's a
I
view inside
pretty much
the
just
crew
do
access arms.
behind
They
the scenes
make their
stuff
way looking out
and
the windows.
post on streams, but I do a little bit of the recording
Watch
and
Tom.
things as well.
Ingress
So we have a
to
lot,
the Dragon
that we
capsule.
can provide for
Carefully.
you.
Watch your head.
Yep, watch your head, watch the seals.
4 crew members of Crew 3 now inside Dragon.
And you can see the suit techs are there helping them get strapped in. Initial comm checks are now complete.
Yes,
Next
if
up
you
will
are
be seat rotation.
somebody who wants to be a little bit more anonymous and likes to use things like crypto
see
and
the
whatnot,
hatch being closed right there.
you can support us over on Odyssey with
And there is the
cryptocurrency
retraction.
and maintain that anonymity as well. So
3, 2,
if Odyssey is more your kind of flavor of platform, we are available for viewing over there. So yeah. Great. It's just great. Rich, do you have anything you want to say to the audience before we start?
Absolutely.
wrapping up and
So, first of all, I'd like to give a big shout out to everybody who came here from the previous stream as well. Thank you to all of you who stuck with us throughout the entire launch. I've been there as well, just in the background, just doing things here and there. But yeah, honestly, thank you so much to the guys and gals who stuck around for the entire launch. Really, really appreciate it. And thank you especially to Rebecca Dixon and also to Odie Becker for the 2 super chats tonight. Love it. And
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and also it's really nice as well to see some familiar names popping back up again in the stream. It's always nice to see the same names pop back up and seeing them come back again.
Yeah, love those return viewers. A lot of our audience comes back. I think we provide something that bigger streams and other creators have a little bit of a harder time doing, just because of the size of their audience. We love to interact with our audience, so it's kind of nice to have a slightly smaller audience. We want to kill that main feed or something while we're closing out here, or maybe we just let it play. It's not a bad thing to have playing with the shuttle popping up there. But yeah, we just love interacting with the audience and answering your questions, throwing a little bit of banter around, goofing off a little bit. It's not all seriousness and whatnot around here at Total Space. We do clown around a little bit, and we enjoy the interaction with you. So thank you for participating.
Good morning
in the
or
chat,
afternoon, depending on where you're joining us from. It's Monday, November 8th here at SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California. You're looking at a live view of the Dragon Endeavour spacecraft as we await its departure from the International Space Station on its way back to planet Earth.
Taking the time to click
We
some of
expect
the
Endeavour to
buttons
push
down
away
below.
from the space station at 11:05 a.m. Pacific or 19:05 GMT with our Crew-2 astronauts, including NASA astronauts Shane Kimbrough and Megan McArthur, JAXA